All right. Hi, everybody, and hi, my lovely client whose name I will not announce here. I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna announce my client's name since I will be posting these as public YouTube videos so that other clients and people can watch and get a feel and stuff. But yeah, we're still learning with the process and everything. So I'm looking at your booking form here. Also, I want to point out. Let me see. Let me see. So bright. Okay, can't really see that, never mind. But pronouns is a big thing to include in your booking form um, because then I know how to address you officially, and it's how you say it. So it's just really important for me when I have pronouns. I ask for all your information, and most everybody includes their pronouns. So thank you so much. But again, that really helps me, and otherwise, if it's unannounced, I do use they or them pronouns. So we are doing a donation reading today. My donation readings start anywhere from $5 to however much you are willing to put in. The donation readings are based off of pick your price. So this means that, pick whatever you can afford, whatever you want to pay, whatever you feel like paying, or feel like giving. It's pick your price. And based off of how much money you pay, that will determine how long your session is. As of right now, my donation readings in November in 2023, my donation services are only set to be for tarot readings and cleansings, and that's it. I don't do it for spell work and mediumship because that stuff is really heavy, deep, pulls a lot of energy work. So I only do it for readings and cleansings for now. So my client here wants to know if um, I don't know if I'll mention the name right now, but they want to know what their description and their intentions in the intention box here on my booking form says. I just want to know if blank really is hiding his feelings for me, romantic and love. So I'm not going to announce the name right now, but my client wants to know if their crush, we will say, is hiding feelings for my client. And that's what we're gonna get into. And my client had donated $5, and of course, that's acceptable at any time. My clients know that I love getting booked no matter what. And especially, I really like when people use and utilize the pick your price donation services because you really get to pick your price, and like some people don't have enough money to dump $75 into a 1 hour reading. I do admit my prices are high, but they're like that for a reason. But I want to make it optional and available to people who don't want to dump that much every single time, or whatever the reason and case is. You can put as little as $5 in. I really want to be here for people in all ways. I really want to be able to reach all people without having a financial barrier, a financial cutoff. So as this is a 5-minute reading, a $5 reading. I'm basing this off of a 5-minute reading. So yeah, that's how this is gonna go. Since this is a YouTube video, I like to do a whole introduction and talk and do all this blah 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 stuff. So the video is gonna be longer, but our reading is gonna sort of cap out at 5 minutes, so I can give myself a timeline, energetic boundary there. Also, to let you guys know, I send voice messages with all my readings. What you also get is a full footage of your session, not even just tarot readings, spells, cleansings, mediumship, healings, blah, blah, blah. You will always receive full footage of your session. That way you can have it forever. You can go back to it. You don't have to go in your texts for find the voice messages and whatnot. And yeah, and since I'm hopefully doing this new strategy where I post all the footage will be posted on YouTube so that there's endless storage amount there, and so that people can always go back there, and it's always there, set in stone, stable in YouTube. And I'm working with this. I'm seeing what clientele feedback I get from this whole setup and everything. And yeah, so we're going along with that. So yeah, again, with your readings, you get footage, voice messages, and text, and pictures, photos of your cards, your readings, and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. Let's start the reading. Hi, lovely. So we're going to start your reading now. And just so you guys know, I'm starting the voice message. Sorry, lovely. I am also doing the YouTube video recording, so you'll hear me like talk back and forth a little bit. She knows how this goes, though. She's been a long-term OG client. I love her. Okay, so we're going to get into the reading. Usually I like to show the table of cards, but I'm having a weird, like, I can't get it to a place where I can, like, in a very aesthetically pleasing way, show my face and the whole table of cards. So today, since it's not a really big in-depth reading where I'm using the whole table and it's just filled with cards, I'm just gonna, show the cards here on screen and stuff. But yeah. So I invite my client spirit guides in. Hello, welcome. They're like, we know we're talking about love again. She always wants to know about that love life. Very funny. You have a supportive energy from like a grandma presence here, a grandmother presence. Whether a grandmother who was present in this lifetime or many, 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 many lifetimes ago. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Very supportive energy. What I hear from this particular grandmother is like, she's very supportive of your love life. And what I see is a lot of, maybe not necessarily springtime colors, but I see a lot of flowers. And there's this painting over here that has kind of flowers that reminds me of her. Just flowers blooming. She wants you to like, she roots for you. So she's a family member, an ancestor, a spirit guide. And let me mention, this could be even a grandmother who is still living. It doesn't have to mean they're completely passed on and now into the spirit world. Weird things work out like that. And this one, she's very supportive. She wants you to have yourself in your best interest. And so she kind of knows like where you're at right now in life, and she knows sometimes you have like battling decisions with things and face some hard times, some difficulties. And I think she's kind of pointing at, she's always like, do your best, Mija. And she's always just like, she wants you to shine. She wants you to be supported in life. And so she roots for that. She roots for your own blossoming, if that makes sense. She stands up for you and what is good for you. And she wants to see what is good for you, and she wants to see that happen. She advocates that. She has full advocacy for you being able to have the good things in life. And this is even really included on a love life level, because she knows that you're so much more worth than negative energies, unhealthy energies, toxic people, relationships, things like that. And so she's like, no matter what happens, I'm still always going to be like, it's okay, Isabelle, like, I love you and we're all going to get through this and I'm supporting you. But we're almost to our 5 minutes. This is going to go a little bit over. That's okay. This is my only booking for tonight, so it's fine. Plus, you have been such a long-term client. You deserve it. But she's like, it's okay, if you face some negatives, but she is someone who is always advocating to kind of lead you in the right direction. She's like, okay, listen. She's like, listen. Whether this grandma is in the spirit world and passed on, or she's still in this current lifetime, or you can have one that is past and one that is in this lifetime. And if that's the case, and if you resonate with that, take what resonates, you fill it out here. You're your own psychic. So both of those grandmothers can have the same energy and the same messages, and it's almost like they both communicate in spirit, in energy, and then they pull that through here in the session, and they kind of blend what both of those people say and blend it into one, and to be able to channel it here, if that makes sense. So I see lots of roses. Love, yes, love. She just wants what's best for you. And this is the main thing she wanted me to say here was, she's like, girl, listen to me, honey. Listen to me, because I know. Now, whether I know because I'm just older than you, I'm wiser than you, I'm smarter than you, I'm more experienced than you, but also because I'm in the spirit world and I can like look down at your life and I can see what's happening, past, present, future. Listen to me. I know what's going on. I know how to guide you. Like, I know what's good for you because I know what's coming. Does that make sense? So I don't know if you would want to, on a personal level, connect with any ancestors or grandmothers that you know of, perhaps, that have passed away. They would really love to guide you. And if not, I really recommend connecting with your grandmothers who are in this current present lifetime. They really want to support you. So I guess your grandma, I don't know why she's coming through so much right now, but it's just like, I don't want to see you go through this shit. Does that make sense? She's like, I just don't want to see you go through stuff that keeps just dragging you down. When you're trying to move forward, you're trying to stay steady. So I feel like she has some empowering advice coming up here. Okay, so we're going to cover our question now. And I will say the name. Is Joseph hiding his feelings for you? That card keeps showing up. Okay. You watch the video again, you'll see how this card, when I was just simply shuffling, I wasn't even pulling the cards. I would open the deck like this, and this is a good card. I would open the deck, and this card would be here multiple times. I kept seeing it. That's really good. Very good. Page of Swords. Intelligent, creative, young, ambitious, playful, open-minded, open spirit, open heart. They're looking for things. Okay. And under that, we have Temperance keeps showing up. And you probably already recognize this. It kind of keeps peeking through a few times. Emperor, Justice, and Magician first. Okay, I'm going to get another tarot card. When this is going to turn into like a 20-minute reading. It's okay. Alright, let's get one more. Okay, Eight of Wands. Interesting. And King of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Six of Pentacles. That's reversed. Okay, so let me show you the cards we have here. Four of Wands, which is a really, really, really good card. If you can see this picture, so traditionally what this card represents, imitates, interprets, is actually a marriage. And so this is the celebration after the marriage. If you can see, it's a whole party. You got the castle. They're like, woo! So it's kind of like a success point, and it's not just related to marriage and love and all that, but this is a success point. It's like, okay, we got here. Now let's celebrate a little bit. Let's celebrate. Let's not like wait until we have all 10 of our wands. Does that make sense? You guys have 4. It's interesting how I just said you guys. And then how this partnership is already depicted in the card. Very interesting. And Page of Swords, I feel now already that this is kind of Joseph's energy, but also your energy now that I'm saying it. Both of you are imaginative, seeking. That's a good word. Both of you are seeking. And maybe you don't know exactly what you're seeking, but you just have an openness to seek. You're looking. And that doesn't have to even apply to like just love life. I just mean in general. You people as people. You guys as people. Just have that openness. You can see there's a clear blue sky. There's some nice clouds. Represents emotions and hidden sight, but that's okay. It's balanced out with a lot of blue skies here. There's some little birds in the sky, and it's a sword, and that sword is very high in the card. It's not like pointing down or anything. So there's this air energy that's circulating, and there's even wind in the card. Interesting. And then here I want to show, this is what the card 8 of Wands looks like upright, but for you it came out reversed, so I'm going to explain this. So when we just talked about there's a lot of air, and we also started with the 4 of Wands card, so it's like, okay, we're at this good state, this is cool, like, just good energy, it's good energy. I need some more keywords to like define this, to give a better example. Celebratory, success, finance is coming to my mind, but that maybe you can take a bit of that and resonate. It's a success point, but it's a have fun point. It's kind of like a breathe point, and that makes me also pair that a lot with this card. It's a breathe point. So we're talking about that air and that movement, that kind of openness and curiosity, and then we come to this card. Traditionally, this card being upright, this is a lot of movement. And not only is it just like air movement, but it's fire, because it's wands, just like this. So what is the energy that creates love? It's energy, it's fire. And so 8 of Wands, that represents a lot of energy, a lot of fire, a lot of movement, a lot of progress, a lot of change, a lot of action. A lot of times it does mean movement forward. Usually, if it would come out upright, it wouldn't really mean like, oh, you're regressing. No, it's more like, things are pushing, things are going. But this card comes out reversed, almost like there's a stop, there's a halt, which is weird. There's a halt to this energy that was first. I felt that when you guys, the connection that you first experienced was this sort of energy. It doesn't have to be perfect, like, yeah, we're getting married and everything's good and rainbows and sunshine. No, but it just means, okay, good energy. And 2 people and having a balance of energy, 4 wands, 2 and 2. And it's kind of like you're doing some thinking, doing some thought processing, but it's almost like, and then it just slows down. And in fact, in this interpretation, it's almost like it stops. It comes to a dead stop or a dead halt. And that is very interesting. So to answer the question, and also have... So to answer your question, is he hiding your feelings for you? I feel like the transition from those two cards and to go to this card where it's like, okay, slowing down the energy. For some reason, there is a holding back of energy on his side. Instead of being like, arms crossed. What is this? Maybe it's him getting in his own head. Maybe it's this process right here, the Page of Swords. And let me mind you, the Page of Swords, it's not a King of Swords. It's not a Queen of Swords. How it goes in the tarot is a page, a knight, queen, and king. That's the rank. And you can, queen and king, you can rank those as like equal. I like to rank them as equal. But a page, this is the youngest of them all. This is literally just teenager, young adult. That's exactly what this one is. And with that, that is great and a lot of opportunity. I hear that a lot in this card is opportunity. I just heard this decision as well. And then indecision. Decisive. That is the word. Decisive. Like you're wondering, do I do this? Do I do this? Almost like, and if you see, the card is actually, the boy in this, which happens to be a boy, they are looking backwards. So in the video, it probably doesn't like register the same. But for me, they're looking behind them instead of looking forward, moving forward. And that's interesting because the forward card here, the forward movement card, it stops. Like the energy comes to a stop. Maybe because this person is too young in heart and spirit and mind and isn't ready. Like they had these intentions and then they move forward or they move forward a little bit, they do a little thinking. That's what it comes down to, is a thought process. And then they're like, what if I actually just want to have more fun? What if I don't want to be tied down? What if I want to do more opportunity? What if I want to do more exploration? And so it comes down to that decisive energy. So they're like deciding. And I think that relates to, I think when you previously said to me how, perhaps if I'm getting this wrong or not, you guys would talk and then not talk, or just like, it'd be kind of like stagnant. It would just be kind of like, like what's going on here, you know? And I feel it's almost a decision, an indecision of like, maybe I don't want to push this much energy into it. So does he have feelings for you? I feel like there are some feelings there, and I think this is very, very similar to what I said in the last reading, because it was about this, but he doesn't have enough energy to push it through. Because Wands is also about not just energy and fire and energy, but it's about passion. It's about drive, your internal feelings, your internal passions, if any, your internal drive, your desires. It's about your desires. Desire. And they're sitting here thinking like, what do I desire? I'm looking back at something. Decisive. They're just thinking, but maybe they never really are able to come to a final decisive state. And that is why they have a hinder in movement, in energy, and they just bring their energy to a stop because they don't know what to do. They're indecisive. Because I think that commitment's coming through now. I think the commitment is a little hard for them. And I say that because I keep seeing opportunity, I keep seeing fun with this card, young-spirited, and I think this person doesn't want to stay as rock solid. And that's a good thing, to be rock solid. Like for you, I think that's probably what you want, what you need, what you're looking for. But not everyone else is looking for that. And so they don't have enough desire to move forward. And I think also falls onto the indecisive factor here as well. And just their own thoughts, their own thinking. Is this right for me? Do I want this? Blah, blah, and blah. Damn it. My black heart. Seedling.